Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian. I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here on the west coast of Canada. I hope everybody is having an awesome weekend. This is an IELTS speaking part 1 class focusing on the topic of mobile phone apps and software. IELTS likes to take popular topics for their speaking and writing section. So talking about mobile apps, I believe, has already been a topic in past exams, and you can definitely see it in future exams potentially as well. Today is March 19th. This is a subscribers chat class. So in order to join the chat, please subscribe to the channel. We want to encourage this so that you can get as much benefit as possible through our live classes and products. Welcome Sajit, Milk Question Mark, Panda Bear, Simran. Good to see students. Amra, Saeed, Cass, nice to see members as well. Subscribe, join the chat. Students, this lesson is presented by aehelp.com for academic IELTS, gieltshelp.com for general IELTS. Lots of content. Make sure to check us out there. The websites, we will be using them today. This is our academic IELTS website here. Click that big red button to join our premium IELTS package. We're a certified IELTS test registration center and agents. We've got lots of videos, practice exams, strategies to help you maximize your band score. Use the discount code 1BANDUP. We have this going on for 2 more days and then it's done. It's a 20% discount off of our premium IELTS package that includes all of these goodies that you see here with the check marks. The general IELTS is with the green background at gieltshelp.com. Click this big red button there to join the premium package. We've got lots of students joining into the class now. That's lovely to see. A lot of people being studious on their weekend. That is fantastic. Students, apps, academic IELTS help, general IELTS help from your app store, links to the websites, Instagram, IELTS_AEhelp, and GIELTS help. Follow us on Instagram for lots of vocabulary and our schedules for live classes. Join us, become a part of our learning team. We have, if you have questions, then you can send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com. We've got lots of classes next week. No class Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's usual. Okay, and we've got a special class on the 26th. We'll have more about that later on. These are the part 1 speaking questions that we will look at today. And again, we're going to focus on answering, explaining, and giving examples. So just repeat these questions after me for now. Let's just repeat the questions. Students, it's very important that you practice speaking the questions when you're preparing for your IELTS exam, not just always focusing on answers. So good communication has 2 parts, question and answer. You need to understand the language from both perspectives. So when you're practicing, practice being the examiner as well as the candidate. Okay, super important. Okay. All right. So repeat these questions after me. What is your full name? May I see your identification? Do you have any hobbies? What is your favorite sport? Let's talk about mobile apps. How often do you use apps on your phone? What app do you use most often? Do you play any games on your phone? Have you paid for any apps? How have apps improved over the past 10 years? If you could make an app for your phone, what would it be and why? Okay, so now we are going to practice giving answers to these questions. Let's hop over to our syllabus here. Again, all of this material, aehelp.com and gltshelp.com. That's where you will find much of this learning. And again, use this discount code, 1BANDUP, for that 20%, okay? If you have questions, aehelp.com or adrian@aehelp.com. That's where you want to send your questions to. Okay, so let's get into this. Now, speaking part one, show fluency right away. Okay, so when the examiner asks you, what is your full name? Give a nice full sentence response. Don't just say, I'm Thomas Jefferson, okay? But give a nice full response. So say something like, my given names are Thomas, Andrew, and my surname is Jefferson. Please just call me Tom for short. Okay? So nice full sentence answer. Repeat after me. What is your full name? My given names are Thomas and Andrew, and my surname is Jefferson. Please just call me Tom for short. May I see your identification? Yes, gladly. Here is my passport that I used to register for this test. Please take a look at my credentials. Okay, so again, repeat after me. May I see your identification? Yes, gladly. Here's my passport that I used to register for this test. Please take a look at my credentials. Okay, warm-up questions. Let's do this. You are going to have a chance to speak with me very, very soon, students. We're going to spend most of this class on volunteering, giving answers, and me helping you with some feedback. So I want you to just repeat and really get the hang of it, really get the flow of this. Yes, I have several pastime activities that I do when I have time. I like to swim, read books, and listen to music. Last night, I had a chance to do all three. Okay, so again, repeat after me. Do you have any hobbies? Yes, I have several pastime activities that I do when I have time. I like to swim, read books, and listen to music. Last night, I had a chance to do all three. What is your favorite sport? As I had just mentioned, I'm really into swimming. I have done that from a young age. Whenever I get the chance, I swim laps for an hour at my local pool. What is your favorite sport? Again, repeat after me. As I had just mentioned, I'm really into swimming. I've done that from a young age. Whenever I get the chance, I swim laps for an hour at my local pool. Okay? Answer, explain, example, clarity, smoothness, fluency. You're being marked on the following criteria: fluency and coherence, grammatical range and accuracy, lexical resource, and pronunciation. So these are the different features that the examiners are looking for, and you want to show these from the very beginning. From the first time that you start speaking, you want to show these characteristics of your communication. Okay, students, without further ado, let's actually take volunteers to practice this so I can give you specific feedback and so that you can learn from each other, okay? And to volunteer, you need to follow these steps, okay? To volunteer to speak with me, we're actually going to use a special interface on our website where you can talk to other IELTS students and practice your speaking. So to volunteer, you need to register an account at aehelp.com for academic IELTS, gltshelp.com for general. Click on My Student Account when you log in, or log in with your My Student account. Click on Student Partner Speaking, and then make sure that your microphone and your speaker works, so it's enabled. Use a headset if you have one. Those are really good. And then send me a message. If you haven't used this before yet, maybe test it with another student before you call me, just to make sure that it works, okay? So let me walk you through this again. So go to the website. This is gltshelp.com, okay? You can also, of course, go to aehelp.com, which I was showing you here. And then you click on the My Student account after you create an account. You can create an account by clicking the green Try Demo, or you can click this big red Join Now button that I was suggesting earlier. And then go to the My Student account page. And in the My Student account page, click on Student Partner Speaking. Student Partner Speaking, accept that you will be polite and you accept responsibility for the information that you share. Please, students, do not share personal information like your phone number or your specific address or your exact name with other people, so retain privacy, okay? You get into this speaking chat interface. You see there are 3 buttons. There's an envelope for messaging. There's a video for video calls. Don't use that with me, please. It won't work. I'm using camera for YouTube. And then you have this audio, which is the little phone that's going on there. And we have Shri, we have Lynette, we have Cassandra, we have Saeed, we have Ken in here. Ken, good to see you in here. I hope you volunteer. I didn't see you in there last time. We have Sun. We have False, who I'm guessing is somebody else again. We have Duyen back, which is great. Pushpendra, Uyen, Javakir, Jahon, and several others. Okay, let's see if Javakir is here. Javakir was very patient in the last class, but I don't think he got a chance to volunteer. So let's start with Javakir today. Are you ready? Okay, once you message me, I'm going to message you back to make sure that you're still there. Okay, Javakir is ready.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Javakir. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing quite well also. Thank you for asking. Okay, Javakir, so let me ask you a few questions. As you are the first volunteer today, I would like to start with the introductory questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, so please don't give me your full name though, okay? All right, so I'm going to start with the second one. So welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test. I will give you instructions for each of the 3 parts. This is candidate number 9531-7482. We are currently conducting this exam in Uzbekistan in Tashkent. The time right now is 14 o'clock. Now we shall begin. May I see your identification?
Yes. Take a look for my credentials.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I'm interested in learning languages, and apart from them, I'm interested in sport. For example, my favorite sport is playing football.
Okay, good. Let me just reflect on those two responses before we get too ahead of ourselves. Okay,
Okay.
just give me 2 seconds here, because Microsoft is deciding to crash this time on me, but it's not a problem. Okay, all right, just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so the first question that I asked you was, may I see your identification? You took a second to answer that. So you said, yes, take a look at my credentials. Okay. It's almost like I kind of surprised you with that question. When you're in the real exam, Javakir, you need to be 100% ready for that question, because I guarantee you that they will ask you that question. It's standard procedure. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you can't be
And
kind of surprised by it, because if it's like you're surprised by this question, the examiner starts to wonder, like, how much did this person actually prepare for this test, right? It's very difficult to get a high
yes,
band score if they don't feel like you prepared for the test. So for the first couple questions, what is your name? May I see your identification? Your answers have to be the same as if I'm
like
asking you what is
immediately.
1 plus
Yes.
1, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you need to be really confident and smooth. So you need to answer like this. Yes, here's my passport. Please take a look at my credentials. Okay. So a little bit smoother, more confident,
Yeah, I
more
got it. Yes.
polite.
Okay.
Okay, let's try that one more time. May I see your identification?
Yes. Here is my passport. Please take a look at my credentials.
Okay, not bad. You know what, Javakir? I think you can give me even more confidence. All right. So really, really emphasize, like really be like, yes, here's my passport. Please take a look at my credentials. Okay, really, really just throw yourself into it. All right. You're applying for a
Okay.
$1 million job here. Okay. May I see your identification?
Yes. Here is my passport. Please take a look at my credentials.
Much better. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So you want to just kind of glow with confidence. Okay. And I know that takes practice, but that's really what's required to get those higher band scores. Okay. And then the next question I asked you is, do you have any hobbies? And then you're kind of soft on this answer. Like you said, yeah, I'm interested in learning languages. And then you quickly switched to sports and you said, oh, and playing some sports. Okay.
Yes.
Um, and
Here
playing
is some
some
problems
sports.
with your microphone. I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's better. Yes.
Okay, all right. So here, Javakir, if I tell you I'm interested in learning languages, automatically, what is the question in your mind?
Why?
Sure, right.
Oh,
Why is Adrian interested in learning languages, right? What else is a question that might automatically pop into your mind?
what kind of languages?
Exactly, right? What kind of languages, right? So try to empathize with your listener. So think about the seat, think about the thought of your listener, right? So, yeah, I'm interested in learning languages, especially English and Spanish, so that I can communicate with people no matter where I travel. And I like playing some sports, especially football and basketball, as this keeps me healthy. Okay. All right, let's try that one more time. So I'm going to say the answer and then copy after me. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
And with confidence, right? So, do you have any hobbies? Yeah. I'm interested in learning languages, especially English and Spanish, so that I can communicate with people no matter where I travel. And I like playing some sports, especially football and basketball, as these keep me healthy. Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I'm interested in learning languages, especially English and Spanish, so that I can communicate with people no matter where I travel. And I like playing some sports, especially football and basketball, as this keeps me healthy.
Much better. So much more detail, right? Fluency right
Yeah.
away from the very beginning. Don't overspeak. So don't start telling me about your cooking hobbies and then sometimes you want another hobby and in the future you're thinking. So don't overspeak, but be clear and think about the natural question that your listener is thinking of when you give them an answer. Okay?
Yes, I understand. Yes.
Okay, and confidence, even when you're answering me,
Confidence, yes.
Yes, Adrian, I understand. Okay, so confidence all the way through, all right? Through and through. You have to, so when you're in your speaking exam, confidence should start before you walk into your speaking exam. So go to the exam center early and start practicing with some other candidates that are there and start your confidence right away. And then keep that confidence even after you leave. Be like, yes, I did a great job. I was so confident. I'm still confident. Okay. So all day confident. Okay.
Yes, I got it. Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay, Javakir, keep up the good work. Keep up the practice. And I will see you back in class. Okay.
Oh, sure.
All right. Thank you for volunteering.
Thank you too.
Bye.
Goodbye. Have a nice rest of your day.
Thank you. All right, so that was Javakir. You can give Javakir a thumbs up. He did a good job. He picked up on that confidence perspective. And students, that's what I recommend for you as well. Okay, Sun. I believe the pronunciation here is Sun, is volunteering as well. So let's reach out to Sun. Sun, are you ready? I think Sun was one of the first people to volunteer when I saw the list come up. So we'll see if Sun is still with us here. Okay. Nabeen, my messenger ID is Master. Okay, you will see me as Master, all capital letters. Okay. All right, Sun. Here we go. Hi, Sun.
Hi, sir.
I heard you pick up. That's great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's fantastic. All right, Sun. So may I ask, where are you?
I'm in Vietnam.
You're in Vietnam. Okay. Am I pronouncing your name right? It's Sun?
And yes,
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sun, I will ask you a part one speaking question. Give me a nice full sentence answer with confidence. Okay. Be brave. And then I will give you some feedback. How does that sound?
that sounds fantastic.
All right. Good. Okay. So once you go through kind of the introductions with your examiner, the examiner will introduce the topic of part one. So let's talk about mobile apps. How often do you use apps on your phone?
I would say I use mobile apps 10 times per day at least. Whenever I get bored, I use it for both educational and entertaining purpose. Mm, when I play mobile games, I can relieve stress after busy hours of studies. Like yesterday, I spent 1.5 hours playing Boom Beach on my phone.
So that was great. That was really good. Okay. You had a lot of very nice features to your response, and that would score you, I believe, a band 8 for sure. Okay. So that's one single answer. You had some nice fluency there. The reason why you scored an 8, you had one kind of slightly awkward piece to your response, and that was here when you said whenever, and I couldn't really clearly make out what that was exactly. Like you said, whenever something happens, then you start using mobile apps, and it was a bit awkward. It was a bit confusing for me, so that's why it wasn't a perfect 9. Careful not to over explain. Okay, so I think without that middle sentence, it would have been a perfect response. Do you kind of get what I'm saying with that?
Yes.
Okay, because you gave me an answer explanation and an example without that part, and that part was kind of like it, I think you were trying to tell me like when you're done your work and you're tired or you're trying to relax and you start playing with your phone, but it wasn't 100% clear for me there. The beginning and the end that was wonderful. So you said I would say I use mobile apps 10 times a day. I loved how you went right into quantitative language. So you gave me a very clear concept right away. What you can do in the future when you have this question of like, how often do you? It's a very popular question in part one on the IELTS. You can start qualitative. So you could say something like, I would say I use mobile apps frequently. And then you have the word frequently, and then you define it as 10 times a day. So I would say I use mobile apps frequently, like 10 times a day at least. Whenever I get bored, let's fix that. I use it for both education and entertainment purposes. I love how you use that correlative conjunction right away, showing that you're familiar with correlative conjunctions. You can use it to emphasize your answer clearly. You put some nice vocabulary in there, education, entertainment purpose. So that was really good. Then came that awkward part, which was kind of like, okay, I'm not 100% clear. I'm not sure why you're putting that in. And then you gave that clear example. Like yesterday, I spent an hour and a half playing, I thought it was Boom Beach, but whatever, it doesn't matter, on my phone. Okay. So all I would do is I would just take out that middle part, and then I think you've got a perfect answer. Say it nice and smooth, and you've got yourself a band 9. Okay. Son, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, son, I'm going to repeat your answer just without that middle part, okay? And then copy me, all right? Here
Yeah.
we go. How often do you use apps on your phone? I would say I use mobile apps frequently, like 10 times a day at least. Whenever I get bored, I use it for both education and entertainment purpose. Like yesterday, I spent an hour and a half playing Boom Beach on my phone. How often do you use apps on your phone?
I would say I use mobile apps frequently, like 10 times a day at least. Whenever I get bored, I use it for both education and entertainment purpose. Like yesterday, I spent 1.5 hours playing Boom Beach on my phone.
That's a band 9. Okay, that's exactly what you need for a band 9. So yeah, once you have the technique, so once you realize all of these pieces like quantitative, qualitative language, correlative conjunctions, using the grammar of questions, giving clear answers, explanations, then the one key point that you want to keep in mind is do not over explain. Do not speak so much that you make unnecessary mistakes with unnecessary information. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So as soon as you feel like I've given an explanation, jump to that example, then just stop. Wait for the next question. Okay, Sun, thank you so much for sharing such a wonderful answer, such a well thought out answer and well practiced answer. That was really good. Keep up the good studies, and I hope you come back and volunteer again next time, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Bye for now, Sun. Have a great rest of your weekend. All right, so that was Sun, everybody, and he certainly gave a very nice answer to that question. It had a lot of those key elements that the examiners are looking for to class the candidate as someone who is an expert user of the English language. Okay, let's take another person here. We have Yosra volunteering. So let's reach out to Yosra. Let's see if Yosra is available. Yosra says, can I volunteer? Yes, Yosra. Are you ready? We've got lots of volunteers jumping in now, which is fantastic. Okay, I think Yosra maybe has volunteered in the past. I think she is over in Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. If memory serves me well. Yosra, are you there? Mm-hmm. Okay. So. Okay. So. Hi, Yosra.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Am I remembering correctly, Yosra, that you have volunteered before and you're over in Turkey?
No, this is my first time.
Are you in Turkey?
No, I'm from Tunisia, closer to
Tunisia.
Turkey.
Nice. Okay. And first time volunteering. All
Yeah.
right. So it was just a bad guess from my part. All right, Yosra. Well, I'm glad you're called. I don't think we've actually had too many volunteers from Tunisia, but that's great. That's lovely. All right. So may I ask, why are you taking the IELTS exam?
For immigration purposes for Canada.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
be happy to have you here once you make it over the Atlantic Ocean. Do you have an idea of where you want to travel to in Canada?
Not really. No, I didn't. No,
I suggest Vancouver or Victoria. The weather is better here.
really. Okay.
All right. Okay, well, I will ask you a question and give me a nice full sentence answer. So we had a really good example from Son of what the answers kind of should be like. So answer, explanation, example, and then just stop. Okay, so
Okay.
here we go. Of course, we're still talking about apps. What app do you use most often?
The app that I use a lot is Instagram. I use it a lot to communicate with my friends and people from work. I use it too for work purposes, such as social media management and stuff like that. And of course, for entertainment, whenever I feel like I'm bored, I just open my phone and scroll around and for fun.
Okay. All right. That would be a band 7.5 to 8, maybe closer to an 8. You do have good English. You have nice pronunciation. It's easy to understand. You speak smoothly. And your answer was off to a great start. It's always like we start really well, and then it often happens that we have a good start, and then we start to kind of fall apart. So this is the skill that we really must practice for, especially the IELTS speaking, but also for professional settings where we have a strong start, a strong middle, and a strong finish. And that's how you get into that band 9 category, which of course for immigration is really sweet to have, because then it gives you a lot of points for your express visa entries and so on. So let me kind of go through your answer step by step, and we'll make it a little bit better. Okay, so what app do you use most often? You said the app that I use a lot. What is a lot for you? So how many times do you use Instagram in a day, or how many minutes or how many hours do you use it?
Like 4 hours a day.
Okay, good. Always try to add that little piece in there, just like Son did with the 10 times a day. Numbers are your friend when it comes to communication. They give a lot of clarity, okay? So the app that I use a lot is Instagram, like 4 hours a day. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And then you said, I use it a lot to communicate with friends and people from work. That was your explanation. And then you went into more explanation. So you kind of did what Son did, where you started to over-explain, and that's where you started to lose the quality of your words and your communication, especially when you got into the phrase and stuff like that. Okay,
Yeah.
we do not use the word stuff in professional settings. If you use that in a university presentation or at a work presentation, be prepared to hear from your professor or your manager. They will be like, stuff? Like, what do you eat? Stuff? This isn't, we're not at the pub here. We're not having drinks at the restaurant, right? So don't use the word stuff, because immediately in a professional setting, the question becomes, what stuff? What is stuff, right? So stuff is a slang for things. Try not to use that word too much. So I use it for work purposes such as social media management and promotion. Okay, so you have to think of a better word than stuff like that. But again, unnecessary. So this last part here, especially in part 1, it's unnecessary. Okay. Instead, you want to give an example, right? A smooth example. Sun did a really good job of that. So Sun said, like yesterday, I spent 1.5 hours playing Boom Beach on my phone. So here you said, okay, the app that I use a lot is Instagram, like 4 hours a day. I use it a lot to communicate with friends and people from work. Give me an example.
Like yesterday, I use Instagram to download stories for my company and explain the product that they are selling.
Okay. Yeah, much better. Okay, much better. And then you stop. One good reason to have that example is because it reminds you to stop speaking. It's a nice kind of conclusion or ending to the full answer. Okay. All right. So let me repeat this question and this refined answer and then copy the answer afterwards. Okay. So here we go. What app do you use most often? The app that I use a lot is Instagram. Like 4 hours a day. I use it a lot to communicate with my friends and people from work. Like yesterday, I used Instagram to download stories from my company and explain products that they're selling. What app do you use most often?
The app that I use a lot is Instagram, like 4 hours a day. I used it a lot to communicate with my friends and people from work. Like yesterday, I used Instagram to download stories from my company and explain products that they're selling.
That's a band 9, okay? So that's the difference. It's just, so when you're getting into that high range of band scores, so band 6 is fluent English, band 7 is good English, band 8 is very good use of English, and band 9 is expert user of English. It doesn't mean native. Native speaker can be a band 6. They can be fluent, but not an expert user because they're not communicating well. You have fluent English, okay? So it's clear to me that you speak English fluently. You have no problem talking to people in English. So to get into that high band 8, band 9 range, you need to focus on that expert speech. And that's what they're looking for, okay? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I wish you good studies and I wish you a lot of success on your plans to make the journey across the globe to the great white north that is Canada.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay, have a lovely rest of your day, Yusra, in
Thank you. You too.
Tunisia. Bye for now.
Bye.
Okay, Amrit, I see that you have come back and you have made a super chat donation. I have a feeling you would like to volunteer. If I see you in the list here, Amrit. Aha, there you are. Okay, Amrit, would you like to volunteer? We certainly do appreciate the recognition for our work on our end and super chat donations, as Amrit has just done. So let's give Amrit a chance. Would you like to volunteer? Amrit. Or maybe you're just being very kind, pure altruism. I'm not sure, but either way. Altruism, students, is a word that means you give something without expectation. It's called altruism. Okay, altruism, one word, altruism. Okay, Amrit. Here we go. Hi, Amrit.
How are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm also doing great, sir. Thank you for asking.
That's good. Yeah, nice response. Good. Amrit, if by chance the examiner does that, if the examiner asks you how you're doing and you say, I'm doing well, you can absolutely ask them, and how about you? So students in the past asked me that. They said, can I ask the examiner like how they're doing if they ask me? Yeah, of course. Yeah, be natural with them. So you can ask the examiner, how's your day going? I'm sure they'll gladly say, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Okay, so Amrit, let's get into a speaking part one question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Do you play any games on your phone?
Yes, I played a lot of video games. Whenever I free from my work or study, I mostly played PUBG or Free Fire. That is really popular in India. And even last night, I played PUBG with my friend, and I spent 1 hour.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm catching up to you. Okay, that was like a band 8.5 response. Okay, it was very clear. You gave me a very clear answer, explanation, example. Just a couple of very small grammatical, very small pronunciation features that keep you from having a perfect band 9 score, but very close, very close. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You're going at this the right way. So I asked you, do you play any games on your phone? And you said, yes, I played a lot of games. It sounded like you used the past tense here. You want to use the present tense because it's general, right? Like now, tomorrow, generally speaking. So yes, I play a lot of video games on my phone or on my mobile. So really reflect the question, on my mobile. Whenever I'm free from my work or study, which was really nice that you included that part.
Okay, sir.
And then you said, I play PUBG, which is very popular in India. Here, if you really want to push for that band 9, you can include a little bit more description. What type of game is PUBG?
Like action, like
I think it's is it a
yes,
first-person shooter game?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Like shooting, yeah.
Yeah, it's called a first-person shooter, I believe, that one. Okay, so yeah, so you can say I play PUBG, which is very popular in India. It's an action first-person shooter game. Yesterday, I played with my friend, and I spent 1 hour. We can make that a little bit more natural, okay? So yesterday,
Okay,
I
sir.
played with my friend for an hour to
Sir,
unwind.
sir, can we call like a phone like electric gadget?
Sorry, can you
Can we
repeat?
say that can we can say that a phone like synonym electric gadget?
I wouldn't know, like, so instead of phone, using a synonym like electrical gadget or gadget, it's awkward. It's awkward to call it that. It's better to just call it a phone or a mobile. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, don't say gadget. That's an awkward paraphrase. Yeah, good question. I know a lot of people do that, and it's not the best. Okay, here, let me repeat this question answer and then copy after me. Okay. All right. Do you play any games on your phone? Yes, I play a lot of video games on my mobile whenever I'm free from my work or study. I play PUBG, which is very popular in India. It's an action first-person shooter game. Yesterday, I played with my friend for an hour to unwind. Do you play any games on your phone?
Yes, I play a lot of video games on my mobile. Whenever I'm free from my work or study, I play PUBG, which is very popular in India. It's an action, first person shooter game. Yesterday, I played with friend for an hour to unwind.
Lovely. Okay, nice. So that was smooth. You paid attention to clarity. Good. That's how you get to a band 9. Okay, just keep practicing that. Keep fixing,
Okay, sir.
adjusting those slight little mistakes, and then you'll do great. So very nice, Amrit. Amrit, you're definitely on the right path. Okay, you're doing good. All
Okay,
right.
sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me a nice chance.
All right. Thank you for your super chat recognition. I like how you've done that over the past little bit. I think that's very respectable of you. So thank you for that. Bye,
Okay, sir.
Amrit. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Thank. Okay, sir. Again, thank you so much, sir. Bye, bye.
Bye for now. All right, that was Amrit. Give Amrit a thumbs up. He was doing a great job there. Very good. I can tell that a lot of students who are coming back, watching, listening, paying attention, practicing the skills, practicing the strategies, you're definitely improving. You're not only improving your language, but you're also, of course, improving your communication. And that's how you get those better scores, okay? All right, so very nice. Okay, we have Jahan. I believe it'll be Jahan here. Let's see if Jahan is ready to volunteer. We've got lots of volunteers, which is lovely to see. Jahan, are you ready? Okay, hang in there, students. If I don't catch you right away, then hang around, because you never know. I'm kind of picking people randomly, and as you can see, I'm trying to find volunteers who we don't hear from regularly, just so we can hear the variety of English language communicative style that's out there in the world today, and you get lots of different perspectives on what band 6, 7, 8, 9 kind of speaking sounds like. So Jahan, if you are still there, then let me know. Just send me a message, say yes, I'm still here, I'm ready to volunteer, and then I will reach out to connect with you. I'll give you a 5-second count. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. Okay, no dice. We'll go to somebody else. By the way, students, that's how we count seconds in English. We say 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Okay, let's go to Simrika. Simrika, are you there? All right. Messages hang around, so I don't know if you messaged me a minute ago or 20 minutes ago. That's why I'm checking to make sure that you're there before I just start randomly calling people. I don't think we all want to hear endless ringing without purpose. All right, Simrika, hopefully you are still with us, still watching, still hanging out. I guess this is why at radio shows they probably have like another person doing the checking of who's there, and then that's a little smoother. Maybe in the future I'll have a sidekick to help me with that. Okay, Simrika is there. Simrika is there, but Simrika is not picking up. Not sure why. Sometimes, students, there are national, international firewalls that restrict communication apps like Skype or WhatsApp, so that could always be an issue as well. Again, my advice is test it with somebody. Okay, test it with somebody before you reach out to me. All right, we've got lots of. All right, here we go. Leon. Let's see if we can reach out to Leon. Leon, are you ready? Pay attention, students, because like I say, you never know. So sometimes a person's able to answer and pick up right away. Sometimes I have to go through 2 or 3 volunteers before we can get a good connection with somebody. From another part of the world, we've had India today, we've had Tunisia, I believe we had Uzbekistan as well. So we're reaching around the globe. Love modern technology. We're all connected. Leon is there. I was just going back for a sip, Leon. All right, Leon. Let's see. Hopefully Leon picks up. Oh, I think Leon did pick up, but I don't hear any noise on the other end, which tells me the microphone might not be enabled, Leon. So Leon, can you hear me? Because I don't hear any sound from your end. All right, Leon, check your microphone with another student, message each other, and then see what's going on. It could be regional or it could be the setup on your end. Okay, let's see. Venera. All right. Oh, we'll get someone here. No worries. Be patient. Ken, I am seeing your chat message. The one that I see before this one is way up somewhere, Ken. So I don't see one recently, Ken, other than the, okay. All right, Vanera is ready though, meanwhile, so let's reach out to Vanera. Here we go.
Hi.
Hi, Vanera.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great, but I'm a little bit nervous.
That is okay. Then I will ask you a question about your name first. Is it Venera or is it Venera?
I'm Venera.
Venera. So it's not E sounds,
Yes.
it's S sounds. Okay, Venera. Beautiful name, by the way, might I say.
Okay.
All right, Venera. And may I ask, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kazakhstan.
From Kazakhstan. Lovely. Okay, Venera. And why are you doing the IELTS exam?
I'm doing an IELTS exam because I want to study abroad.
What do you want to study?
I want to study linguistics.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense to have a good IELTS exam band score then. Okay, so I will ask you a question. Give me a nice full sentence answer, and then I will reflect on your answer. Sounds good?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So still talking about apps, still the same topic for part 1. Have you paid for any apps? And if yes, why?
I have never paid for any apps, probably because I don't see any need for it. There are mainly games and social media apps on my phone, and I can use them fully without paying any fees.
Very good. I like it. You're very close to a band 9. I think you know, it sounds kind of almost weird to say this, but you would be a band 9 if I would hear a bit more confidence in your voice. And that makes sense, right? Like you said at the beginning, you said I'm a bit nervous. But your English itself is perfect, and your answer was spot on, as the British would say, spot on. So I asked you, have you paid for any apps? And you very cleverly and clearly answered with a present perfect. You said, I have never paid for any apps. And that was a very nice direct answer showing me the present perfect. And then you gave me some really nice natural language. You said, probably because I don't see any need for it. And that's really nice natural language. That's a very common phrase in this kind of a context. And then you even gave a clear explanation. So you said there are mainly games and social media apps on my phone, and I can use them freely without paying any fees. So the clear answer, and even though you gave me a negative answer, so negative answer meaning that you said I have never, instead of saying yes I have paid for a couple of apps. So you used the negative answer, and you were very smart to give a full answer. One of the very common mistakes that a lot of students make with this type of answer is they just answer very short. Like they say, I've never paid for any apps. And then they're looking at the examiner like, ask me the next question. But you didn't stop. You gave a bit of explanation why, you haven't paid for any apps, right? Which was really good. So all I would say is, do exactly what you did, but with more confidence. And to help you with that, think about the examiner like as if you're talking to your grandfather or your grandmother. Do you have a good relationship with one of your grandparents or some of your grandparents?
Yes.
Okay. When you talk to your grandparents, do you feel really comfortable with them?
Yeah.
So when you're speaking Kazakh or another language, and when you speak with them, do you speak like like really like confidently?
Yeah, speak confidently.
Okay, yeah. So just imagine when you go to your IELTS exam that you're speaking to your grandpa or your grandma. So you speak clearly, you speak with detail, right? Because they're a different generation. Like they probably don't know a lot about apps or some apps, right? So you have to speak really clearly. but with lots of confidence. So let's try the exact same answer, just with more confidence. I'm going to say it and you say it, okay? Now on the IELTS, it's almost like acting class. You can be like 5 or 10% melodramatic. So you can be a little bit like over the top, okay? Let me show you what I mean. So have you paid for any apps? Oh, I've never paid for any apps, probably because I don't see the need for it. There are mainly games and social media apps on my phone, and I can use them freely without paying any fees. Try it like that, little melodramatic. Have you paid for any apps?
No, I have never paid for any apps, probably because I don't see any need for it. There are mainly games and social media apps on my phone, and I can use them freely without paying any fees.
Nice. Okay, so much better. So that's all you want to do. You've got great English. When you're practicing this with classmates, with friends, with tutors, leading up to your IELTS exam, just really focus on a little bit of melodrama, okay? Almost like you're going for an audition for a part in a movie or in a TV series, okay? I know that kind of sounds weird. Like some people are like, "Is Adrian serious? Like, it's like an acting audition." Yeah, kind of. Okay, so melodrama is good. It helps the examiner to be like, "Oh, okay, here's a really energetic person that's speaking clearly." Okay. All right. Thank you so much for volunteering. Have a lovely rest of your day, Venera. And come back again in the future. Come back to volunteer for some of the more challenging, like part 3 speaking as well. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
All right, that was Venera from Kazakhstan. That was really good. All right. Raimonk is asking, how should I join you, sir? You have to sign up for our website first, ahelp.com or glshelp.com. Okay, let's take another volunteer. Oh, here's Panda. We couldn't get a hold of Panda last time. Panda says, sir, I'm back. Okay, let's try Panda again. Are you ready? Or did we get a hold of Panda last time? I think we couldn't. And I was really curious to hear, who is this person named Panda? Okay, I bet everybody else is too. Let's see if we can. Panda's maybe a little bit hard to get a hold of. Ah, okay. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Panda. How are you?
Not well. Actually, I have been sick for a week. I got fever, bad cough, flu, and skin rashes.
Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a very
Yeah,
but I
it's
appreciate
okay.
I appreciate your honesty. You know, people are always like, I'm doing great. So I hope you get better. Are you drinking lots of fluids, tea, orange juice,
Yes, of
vitamins,
course.
getting lots of
Uh,
rest?
yeah, everything that can be a booster for me.
Good,
I
good.
drink a lot.
All right. Where are you right now, Panda, may I ask?
I'm from Indonesia.
Indonesia. And is your name Panda or is
Yes.
that just a favorite animal?
It's my favorite animal. I'm a big fan of panda. My name is Davina.
Davina. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, panda bears are awesome. I had, when I was young, I think I was about maybe around 10 years old at the Winnipeg Zoo. I saw pandas once in my life, and they're just adorable animals. So,
Oh, just once?
just once, I only had the chance. We don't really get to see many panda bears in North America, so, and I haven't
Yeah,
seen them
yeah.
abroad, right? So they're very rare. They're only in zoos,
Yeah.
and rarely to see them in zoos here even.
Yes,
So,
it's true. You should go to China,
yeah.
the home of pandas.
The home of pandas, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Danira, let me ask you
Davina.
one more time.
Davina.
Davina.
Yes.
Davina. Sorry, got it. Davina.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for correcting me. So Davina, let me ask you a part 1 question here. Give me a nice
Okay.
full sentence answer. Okay. How have apps improved over the past 10 years?
Apps have improved a lot over the past 10 years. Apps in the past only had particular feature, but now can have many features. For example, in my country, there is an e-commerce platform named Shopee. It was initially only for shopping, but now we can use for um, ordering food, um, playing games, and digital banking. Just like today, I play game on it. Hello, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Yep. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
I'm just catching
okay.
up to you. If you're looking at the
Oh,
screen, I'm
okay.
just
Okay.
typing away. I'm catching up to you because you're really, really fluent. Yeah, that was really good. Your
Oh,
fluency
thank
was
you.
yeah, your fluency was clearly like around a band 8. I could tell that you weren't really thinking of vocabulary or grammar. You're just thinking of what you want to say, and that's fine. So if you're thinking of what to say and not vocabulary or grammar, that was great. That was really good speaking. Okay, that's a solid. Again, we've got a lot of really good speakers today on in our volunteers. That was, I think, about a band 8. You have nice pronunciation too. I know pronunciation is quite challenging for many learners in Vietnam, but
Mhm,
I had no
mhm.
problem understanding what you're saying. It was very clear. Are you watching the videos on the YouTube
Um,
channel? Because it seems like you are. I mean, you're using a lot of really good strategies. So the question is, how have apps improved over the past 10 years? And you said, apps have improved a lot.
mhm,
Yeah, so that was really
mhm.
good. And then you said over the past 10 years. So you reflected the question right away. You
Yeah,
took the
that's
question.
because I watch your video a lot.
Yeah. So really, yeah,
Mhm,
and that's what I was wondering. So really good that you're reflecting the question. That leads to clear communication. If you want to make it one step better, when you reflect the question,
mhm.
paraphrase the question. So instead of saying apps have improved a lot over the past 10 years, you can say, well, apps have gotten much better over the last decade. Okay, so still the same information, just with paraphrasing. Now I'm picking up even more lexical resource marks, right? So, well, apps have gotten much, not better, but better. Um, well, apps have gotten much,
Mm.
not better, but better, have gotten much better over the last decade. So, and then you said apps in the past had one particular feature, but now they have many features. And then you said, for example, take out the for example. That's kind of when examiners sometimes freak out. They think you're going to just talk forever. So you can just go into your example. In my country. Instead of saying in my country, actually name your country. So always be specific. So in Vietnam. Okay. So,
No, in Indonesia.
oh, sorry, Indonesia. Why was I thinking you're in Vietnam? You're in Indonesia. Okay. Okay. So, in Indonesia, there's an app called Shopee. Initially, it was for shopping only, but now I can use it for ordering food, banking, and playing games. Really nice example. Okay, so just a little bit more paraphrasing to be a little bit more specific. See, had you said Indonesia, you would have reminded me where you are. Okay, so here we go. I'm going
Mhm.
to read the question, give the answer, and then copy the answer after me, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
Um, so, how have apps improved over the past 10 years? Well, apps have gotten much better over the last decade. Apps in the past had one particular feature, but now they can have many features. In Indonesia, there's an app called Shopee. Initially, it was for shopping only, but now I can use it for ordering food, banking, and playing games. How have apps improved over the past 10 years?
Well, apps have gotten much better over the last decades. Apps in the past had one particular feature, but now they can have many features. In Indonesia, there is an app called Shopee. Initially, it was for shopping only, but now I can use it for ordering food, banking, and playing games.
Yeah, very nice. And the playing games was a little bit of a surprise, so I would probably even emphasize that and go, and even playing games,
Yeah.
right? And even playing
Yes, that's true.
games, right? So emphasize unique features like that. Okay, that was really good. So practice it. paraphrase. So paraphrasing is important for you to keep improving, and then yeah, keep doing what you're doing because you're on the right track. So I could tell that you're watching videos and you're focusing on using the right strategy. So that was excellent. Thank you so much, Davina, for volunteering.
Thank you.
Have an awesome
Yeah,
rest of
thank you
your
for
weekend.
picking me up, sir. And yes, have a nice concert with your daughter.
Oh,
Sir.
you heard that too. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Davina, panda. Yeah, we all love, I think most of us love pandas. All right, students, let's take one more volunteer. I think we have like one question left, so let's do it. Let's see, who do we have here? We've got more and more volunteers. Oh, is Ken still with us? I wonder if Ken's still with us. There's a glitch on your device, Ken. Okay, I do see that now, and maybe that's why you don't want to volunteer. Okay. Moyne. Let's see if we can reach out to Moyne. So Moyne, are you ready? We've got one more question, and I think it's a conditional. Hint, hint. Use the conditional in your answer when you hear it. And I'm running out of water too, so I'm gonna start drying up here. All right, Moyne, are you with us? Are you still in the mix for volunteers? Or have we lost you somewhere along the way to bigger and better plans for the weekend? All right, I don't see Moyne responding, so we'll go to somebody else. Rubina. It's a lovely name. Let's see if Rubina's still here. Are you with us? Are you ready? Let's see if Rubina is still hanging out and ready to go. Answer an IELTS Task 1 question. Now, you probably noticed, students, while we wait for a volunteer to respond here, an important point. You have probably noticed, if you're watching the class from the beginning, that the questions are getting more and more difficult, and that is the way that the IELTS speaking is set up. Is that speaking part 1, the first question should be kind of the easiest question, like what apps do you use, or how often do you use an app, and then the questions later on will become more challenging, like how have apps improved over this past 10 years, okay? All right, Rubina is still with us, so let's reach out to Rubina. Hi, Rubina.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir, but little bit nervous too.
That's okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. It's okay to be a little bit nervous. Just don't be too nervous. There's no reason for that. I'm not the dentist, so you'll be okay. All right. Rubina, may I ask, where are you?
I'm at home, sir.
Oh, that's great. Which country are you in?
I live in Nepal, sir.
In
Now
Nepal.
I'm in Kathmandu, Nepal.
Kathmandu, Nepal, hanging out at home. That is awesome. Okay. All right. I don't know why, but I just love the name of that city, Kathmandu. I think it's like the best named city in the world. I wish my city were named Kathmandu. I just love that name. I don't know why. Anyway, so, okay, I will ask you a question. Give me a nice full sentence answer, and then I will reflect on your response, okay?
Okay, sir, I'll try.
That's all you need to do. Here we go. So, still talking about apps, of course. If you could make an app for your phone, what would it be and why?
Well, actually, sir, I am a stammerer person, so I would like to make a I would like to build an app for stammering people. because to make them speak very fluently. So for that purpose, I want to build an app for stammering people in future.
Okay. Your stammering's not that bad. I heard it a little bit, but that's okay. So, all right. I would say your response is about a band 6. Okay, I could understand what you were saying. Use the condition. Okay, use the condition right away. So, given the chance to create an app for my phone, and keep it simple, it would be software that helps people speak clearly, because I stammer. Okay. Now, stammering, lisping, stuttering, these are all different types of speech impediments. They're called speech impediments in English as a kind of a group. Okay, so because I have a slight speech impediment, impede means to block or to stop, so impediment. I am a stammering person. Okay, stammering person. So I would like to build an app for people who stammer. To help them speak clearly. Now, remember, on the IELTS, if you have an issue with stammering, you need to get a note from your doctor or from a speech therapist, and they will give you more time to answer questions, and they will not mark you as hard on your fluency. Okay, but you need to indicate that during your application, and you need to submit the professional note, and they will check with that professional. So I think you have to include their phone number or their email or something as well. Okay, so I'm a stammering person, so I would like to build an app for people who stammer to help them or to train them to speak very fluently. Okay, and then we don't need this last part because you already said that. All right. Okay, let me repeat this question and answer, and then copy after me. Okay, so if you could make an app for your phone, what would it be and why? Well, given the chance to create an app for my phone, it would be software that helps people speak clearly. Because I have a slight speech impediment. I am a stammering person, so I would like to build an app for people who stammer to train them to speak very fluently. Okay? If you could make an app for your phone, what would it be and why?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Read the answer.
Given the chance to create an app for my phone, it will be software that help people speak clearly, because I have a slight speech impediment. I am a stammer person, so I would like to build an app for people who stammer to train them speak very fluently.
Nice. There you go. Okay. So, yeah, that's a great idea. I think definitely there are some ways that you could build an app like that. So it's quite a clever thought. And keep up the practice, okay? And make sure that when you're doing your application and it says, do you have any special needs or any special points to pay attention to, though you will see that in your application, then you should mark that I have a speech impediment, I stammer, here's my doctor's note, and then they'll give you more time to answer questions, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, thank you so much for volunteering, and thank you for giving a wonderful answer. It was a very smart idea, I must say, for an app. And have a great rest of your day in Kathmandu, Rubina.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving me your valuable time.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Bye for now.
Bye, sir.
Okay, nice claps. Thank you, ASX, and thumbs up, students. That was really nice of you. All right, we've gone way over time, but it is the last class of the week, so I thought, why not? Let's get to the end of this speaking part 1 today, and we did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to the very end of speaking part 1, talking about apps. Look at all that conversation that we had. Lots of typing from my end. In fact, we were typing so much and speaking so much that I had my Alt key, you can see here, fly off of my keyboard at some point. So I'm going to have to put that Alt-GR key back on my keyboard. That shows that we were working hard today and doing a great job, everyone. It was fantastic to hear your voices from all these different parts of the world. Students, aehelp.com for academic IELTS. That's where you can come to learn with our materials. gieltshelp.com for general IELTS. Again, you can use that discount code, OneBandUp, for that 20% discount on the websites. On the websites, of course, all you need to do is just click that red button, and I think a lot of you saw that. So yeah, here is the original. Let's see, where are we here? Yeah, there we are. So click that big red button right there to join our premium package at aehelp.com. I wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend and good rest on your weekend. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from beautiful Victoria here in Canada. Much love and peace to wherever you are on our wonderful planet. Bye for now. See you next week.